seeking both justice and compensation from South Africans. This is according to the Ghana Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
We are still demanding justice. There has to be justice.
But what is the justice for? What is the compensation for? That is why Light is here to give you all the city. So last 2 days, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, posted on his X platform that Ghana is going to the second round or the second episode of repatriating its citizens from South Africa because the xenophobic attacks and illegal immigrants chase away is still getting deeper and deeper. So Ghana, some of the Ghanaians in South Africa, they've petitioned the High Commission in Pretoria that they want to come home. So Ghana is going for them. And the entire thing was going to happen on the 27th and the 26th of July 2026. So yesterday, we have some of our Ghanaians from South Africa arrive in Ghana. Oh, there were kids, there were women, there were men, you know, but the entire thing favored mostly women and then kids.
Welcome.
So Ghana is said to receive about 1,000 Ghanaians from South Africa. We now currently have 125 of them from yesterday and today's flights. We have about 125 of them back in Ghana. It was a speech with Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa speaking to the people that came yesterday and today, right? That he made them aware that, see, all of you that are sitting here, when the entire techies and tech-outs were being made in South Africa, which Ghanaian can't go back to their country because they are criminals, because the South African law, South Africa police is looking for them, you know, on their fugitive list, whatever. They checked everything and they realized that no single Ghanaian was on that list. Ghanaians were law-abiding people. Nobody did any wrong. They could come back to their country safely.
Want to use this opportunity to congratulate all of you before you were allowed to board. The South African authorities carried out screening because they have a database of wanted criminals. So they screened all of you. And so far, all the evacuations we have been carrying out, not a single Ghanaian is on their wanted list. Not a single Ghanaian is a criminal who the South African authorities are looking for. And you have all passed the screening process. So this demonstrates that you have been law-abiding citizens living in South Africa, following their laws, and ensuring that you do not breach any aspect of South African law. And we want to congratulate you for making us proud and lifting the image and the esteem of our country.
And because of that, one, Ghana demands compensation because there are some Ghanaians that were doing their legitimate businesses, cool businesses. They had properties and all that. They had to leave it. They had to flee. So because they were law-abiding, they did not commit any crimes and all that, all their properties that they left there, the South African president and the South African government is supposed to compensate them in equivalence. If you left a car there, if you left a house there, if you left whatever business that you left there, the South African president is supposed to compensate Ghanaians, and they are looking forward to that.
Ghana will guarantee you proper integration so that you do not have to continue to worry after all the trauma that you have gone through. I also want to assure you that those of you who have left behind properties, you've left behind shops, valuable assets, we continue to engage with the South African authorities, and we have put together a legal team. You are aware of our petition at the African Union, and we are going to explore all available channels to make sure that this clear violation of your fundamental human rights, the deprivation of your properties, your life investments, that you are well and duly compensated. So you can be assured that the government of Ghana is not going to abandon you in this moment of considerable distress.
Compensation is not the only thing Ghanaians are seeking from South Africans. The Ghanaian Minister of Foreign Affairs is also saying that Ghana is seeking justice, doing all their diplomatic, relations and all that to ensure that some two Ghanaians get justice. With the two Ghanaians, I've already spoken about one to you before. One, Mr. Isaka Bashiru. Mr. Isaac Bashiru, on the 30th of June 2026, the deadline of their entire match and all that, was attacked and unalived in his shop, his tailoring shop. He was just working and all that, and they unalived him, right? That is one of them. There is also another Mr. Kwadwo Antwi, that was also unalived in July. So the Ghanaian government is seeking for justice for the two of them, both Mr. Bashiru Isaac and Mr. Kwadwo Antwi, because they were unalived during the entire xenophobic attacks.
Africa coming under attacks, killed by unknown assailants. We are still demanding justice, and we have written to the South African authorities that the two Ghanaians who have been killed, Mr. Bashiru Isaac and Mr. Kwadwo Antwi, their killing must not be covered up. There has to be justice, and we will continue to demand thorough investigations, arrests, and prosecution of those who killed our beloved two compatriots, Mr. Bashiru Isaac, whose body we have received, and Mr. Kwadwo Antwi, whose body we are yet to receive. Shall we rise to honor their memory? May their souls and the souls of all those who have been killed in this difficult period rest in perfect peace.
And according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, it's very, very justifiable. It's justifiable because if you look at some delegates that were sent by President Cyril Ramaphosa to President John Dramani Mahama around last week thereabouts, when they came to argue and explain whatever that is happening in South Africa, not xenophobic attacks that are going on in South Africa, they said it themselves that no, Ghanaians are not criminals. That was the quoted word. Ghanaians are not criminals. Ghanaians are law-abiding citizens in South Africa. So they do not have anything against Ghanaians. This is coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
What we were told by President Cyril Ramaphosa's envoy last week, President Mahama granted audience to a special delegation sent by President Ramaphosa to come explain the migrant crisis and to seek rapprochement and to seize and ease tensions. That was the objective of the visit, as we were told. In the discussions, it became clear from what they themselves told us that Ghanaians are law-abiding, Ghanaians are not criminals, and that when you look at the statistics, Ghanaians are the least in terms of suspects, criminal cases, and those who are even in prison in South Africa. We really are not a country of concern. And that is what they themselves confirm. So we will continue to hold talks with the South African authorities to ease tensions. We hope that they will also do better in managing this crisis, reining in those who are running amok, who are attacking, killing, looting shops. That is not the kind of Africa that we deserve. This whole xenophobic attacks cast a very bad image of our continent.
But you know, one beautiful thing I saw too was how the Ghanaians that came, how they were, you know, received, how they were welcomed, how they were met, and all that. Because they were giving some gifts from NADMO. That is what you can see on the screen. They got, you know, some welcome prayers and all that. But when you go to Uganda, it's kind of different. If we are not appreciating how the integration and all of that is going on in Ghana, in Uganda, when they went back, they had to undergo an entire military training to ensure that they are all fit, which I'm not saying is bad, but like that's how they were received. But you know, in Ghana, it's more or less like gifts and, you know, being promised that there is going to be a proper integration processes to make sure that everybody that came from South Africa doesn't come and wonder, that they are able to integrate very, very well, just mix with us, and then they get their lives back together. We are still expecting over 700 people from South Africa. Wherever that they get here, like to be here to give you all the KE setup. But so far, this is how the entire thing is going between Ghanaians and South Africans. Kindly leave what you think in the comment section. Please do me a favor to subscribe if you've not, you like, and then you said the room is bright because my name is Light. Bye.